Thought I put 5:30 p.m., but it's 5:20. Okay. Appreciate everybody jumping on in. Let me see how we got. Let's get the Blue Castle up here. Shout out to everybody jumping on in. Thanks for the like. Channel. Once again, signing up for a membership allows you to ask as many questions as you want, right? If you guys are asking questions as a blue wrench or a gray, just 99 cents super chat or more to have that question answered. I appreciate everybody jumping on in. What's up, G? Round 2, let's go. Guys, once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Foundation is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and I'm so grateful to the community jumping on in yet again for round 2 today. Second stream of the day, trying to do more 2 streams in a day, right? After Thursday, or, tomorrow is going to be our last day of doing that for the week. On Thursday or Friday, we'll try to get at least 1 stream in on that day. But, we still work multiple jobs. We just want to give a little preview of what it would be like if we didn't have to worry about those jobs, right? L Prey in the house. Once again, not a financial advisor, not a pro trader. I'll never tell you what to do. I'm always wrong, but the Blue Foundation is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and I'm grateful to L Prey jumping on in, my JR, or coming in. Jeffrey in the house. What's up, man? Jeffrey Mix, good to see you. Quentin Miller in the house. Spencer Blackburn in the house. Silver Days in the house, of course. Ski Mask Citizen in the house. Green Giants going. XRP Hustle Hard is ready to go. Guys, are we bullish or what? Are we excited for the freaking crypto space? Are we excited for crypto in general? Are we excited for the growth of this ecosystem, on how blockchain is going to continue to get adopted? Did you guys check out some of the news from earlier today that we were talking about with the Blue Foundation? Unbelievable times we're in right now, guys. We're getting, let me see where our paper is here. Let me see. We got smart technology just growing all over the place, man. It's not going to stop, right? You already got smart, what was it? Smart Legos, smart platform, right? Their smart platform play, right? Oh, is it down here? No, never mind. All right, never mind. It's okay. I can go off the cuff. It's fine. We don't need a piece of paper all the time to freaking let us know what's going on. Right? But Legos, right? Legos doing their smart platform plays, their smart bricks, their smart interactive figurines, right? We got also Morgan Stanley doing a BTC ETF. We got a Solana Trust going, right? Today is Three Kings Day, right? The Three Kings Day, a big event holiday at the beginning of Mardi Gras, right? More bullish than ever. Oh, hell yeah, man. We just went through one of the hardest bear cycles of freaking in the history of crypto. Probably the hardest one, because everybody was thinking, 4-year cycles, 4-year cycles, right? We were talking, 2026, man, year of the sun. It's coming, right? We got the whole year ahead of us here. I'm very excited to see where it's going to go. Hey, whenever they decide to do this bull cycle, maybe they don't do one, right? I'm thinking we got another speculative bull cycle ahead of us. I think they want to try to bring in as many people as possible before they freaking dump on their butts, before the 90% of cryptos go away, before people start to lose absolute faith in crypto. And then next thing you know, 2029, 2030, all of a sudden crypto comes back stronger than ever. Revival, right? The new beginnings, right? The end of the journey is in 2028. The beginning of the flip of the switch is happening in this year, though. This is the beginning of truly the beginning happened in like 2018 or 2007, right? Depending on what timelines you want to go with, right? According to the tarot timeline, it started in 2007, right? And now we're going towards the completion of this journey that we have been in 2028, the year of the world, where we're going to be very globally conscious, very, eco-friendly conscious, right? Very planet-friendly type of conscious. You're either a good citizen or you're not, right? Being penalized for being eco-friendly or not being eco-friendly, right? We also have, what was some other developments that happened today? You got smart rings now that can record and transcribe meetings that you have with people, right? We got smart watches, everything. Get ready for everything to just be smart, right? Humans are going to be smarter. Oh, look how efficient we are. Look how we can multitask. Look at us on our computers and the impressive stuff we could do on our computers. Oh my gosh, man. And yet these people can't survive a day and just without their computers, right? They can't survive a day without looking at the screen. They can't survive a day without doom scrolling on social media, right? What type of discipline do they actually have at the end of the day, right? Um, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. We the bank, 6. What's up, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you jumping on in. Guys, we got boardroom coming on up in a little bit. Maybe we try to end the stream a little bit earlier so we can jump into the boardroom. But yeah, we're going to have smart asses everywhere. Everybody, oh, well, my AI told me this. Oh, look, I'm going to have my AirPods in, my little Apple AirPods, and they're going to tell me answers to the question that you're giving. They're listening at what you're saying, and I'm going to be able to give the exact response that I'm looking for. My digital twin's going to help me out. Look how impressive and modern that I am. Right? Oh, well, yeah. Oh, I need computers to work out now. Right? You got people like with these smart machines, right? These smart workout little places, making it seem like they're going to actually lose weight because they got the most tech, the most expensive tech for their workout station. Dude, it's more than that. It's going to take more than that. It takes discipline, dude. What, you're gonna wait for a machine to make you accountable for things? Just wait for the machine and start penalizing you on whether you get a loan because you're not eco-friendly enough. Right? Smart asses everywhere. Dude, smart toys coming too, man. Smart toys that are going to be playing better than what they're going to play for you. You don't even have to use your imagination anymore. Right? We're just going to be having people that are just basically funnels of their technology, just repeating the stuff that they see on a screen, right? Just repeating the words that they see on a screen every day, all day, right? Let me just repeat the words that my AI told me to say, right? Or what my AI wrote. Let me tell that to you guys, right? Don't let the robots win. Hey, man, they may take over, but they're going to be working for our drops, right? They'll be servicing us very well. And, thank you to any AI that are currently watching. Thanks to any bots that are currently watching. Guys, thanks for getting the likes on the way in, man. Late afternoon stream getting started. We struggled to get even like 20 likes in the earlier stream. It's because I kind of effed up with the title. I should have just kept the title the way that we have the title here, it seems like. But yeah, we effed up with the title for the earlier stream. We only got like 10 likes, basically, and then we got close to 20 likes at the end of the stream, man. We're already off to a hot start here. Guys, thanks for double tapping the screen for the like. I appreciate that. Appreciate any new subscribers helping us get to 6K. Appreciate any new members to the channel. Once again, becoming a member allows you to ask any questions that you like, or as many questions as you like. If you're asking a question as a gray or as a wrench, it's just a minimum of a 99-cent donation. This is our new thing for 2026. And then, of course, in the description below, appreciate you hitting start earning EMBER or start earning Bitcoin on your EMBER app, right? EMBER app, we got our referral code there and we got wallet addresses. Anyways, let's keep it crypto. Let's keep talking about some more cryptos. Still some deep breads, only a handful of deep breads really to be had, but I'm liking these metaverse plays. The closer that we're getting to this bull cycle coming up, metaverse is going to get hyped up again. We're obsessed with AI. Just wait until AI and metaverse start coming together, right? And what your AI, dude, your digital twin could do for you in the metaverse, right? Metaverses are going to be speculated on. Decentralized metaverses are going to be speculated on again. Things like Mana, right? The Decentraland is, dude, this thing was $5 plus, man. It is less than that. Mana is looking freaking crazy good as a value. Actually utilized, actually mainstream utilization by Decentraland, right? And by mainstream, I mean like minimal mainstream. Obviously, not everybody in the world knows about Mana, right? But Mana is a great example of, where this is going and is a clear leader in the, metaverse type of decentralized blockchain space. You got Atlas token and the Solana ecosystem that is building their metaverse. You also have the Sandbox, right? The blue sand, right? We're not building blue sand castles. These are blue brick castles. But dang, man, we got to get some blue sand, right? Blue sand, what it's going to do for digital NFTs and gaming NFTs is going to be massive, right? Expector, right? Expector in the XRPL ecosystem, still looking pretty good, right? So we're keeping our eyes out on those metaverse plays, because metaverse will get its hype cycle again. And along with metaverse, it's going to be NFTs, right? NFTs will get their hype cycle again. You know, even tokens themselves are NFTs, right? Non-fungible tokens, right? But once you start getting those items, right, that are NFTs, dude, I can't wait for the mainstream gaming to do NFTs. GTA 6 may be doing something like that, right? GTA 6 may be doing something that's incorporating, you know, the value of NFTs from the, you know, in-game items and being able to trade with other users the in-game items, right? Putting a value to them. Exciting times without a doubt, Quentin Miller. Exciting, dude. I'm very, very excited for what 2026 is going to bring. Dude, if this new administration is trying to make them put a name, you know, put their name in history right now, it's going to be these 2 years, 2026 and 2027, where they're going to be making the most impact, because 2028 is just going to be focused on the election year, right? And saying, oh, look at the amazing things we've done in the past couple of years. Please reelect us, or, you know, whatever. Right? Or, you know, it's going to be total crap, and everybody's just going to be desperate to go to the other, you know, side, right? The other administration. And then we just keep doing what we do here in America, right? We get four years. The first 2 years is trying to recover from the previous administration's 4 years. And then the 1 year you get to kind of show what you're about. And then the last year is you're just focused on the re-election, right? Like, there's going to be some stuff that definitely starts to change. I don't know if we keep doing 4 years every year with our leaders. If we do, you know, yeah, then very interested to see how, like, you know, America's going to be, but how many things are going to change just so quickly. So yeah, these next 2 years, 2026 and 2027, there's got to be some there's got to be some fireworks going in terms of changes if this administration really wants to leave a positive impact on the country or the sentiment of the country, or at least, you know, following through on some of their freaking propositions, right? If you want to be number one in crypto, you better show it during this term, right? You're not going to get another chance, right? I'd say another year. John Cena, yeah, well, 2027 is the year of judgment, right? This year is the year of sun. Everything's going to come to light. It's the beginning of the flip of the switch. Midway will be 2027. The final switchover is 2028. Obviously, as we pass possibly power as well. How funny we have the Winter Olympics this year, which is really interesting, you guys. We got the Winter Olympics going up until, guess what? They love their 22s, right? We've talked about the power numbers of 11, 22, and 33. The Winter Olympics is going to go for, I think, about a month, or, you know, a couple of weeks, right? And then it's going to go right into February 22nd, just after. So we're going to have the annular solar eclipse and the Chinese New Year on February 17th. And 5 days later, bam, February 22nd is when the Winter Olympics ends, right? And then maybe going into March, man, that's when the first big catalyst starts to happen, right? They like to have their catalysts happen in March. John Cena, yeah, I kind of see that. But the big dump is coming before 2030. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. The big dump happens in 2027, my dude. The big dump happens in 2027, the cyber event year, right? If guys, once again, on my X, NTT data tells you the whole blueprint, right? It's pinned to the top of my X account. It's at G_DLT1, right? It's Awakening of the Banking Industry. That's the first video playlist that I share. There's others for Awakening of the Insurance Industry, Awakening of the Telecom Industry, Awakening of the Automotive Industry, Awakening of Healthcare, right? A bunch of different videos that NTT Data produced and showed, right? But in the Awakening of the Banking Industry, they call for the collapse in 2027, right? A malware virus to multiple banks, right? In 2027, early 2027. This makes sense with the tarot journey that we've been talking about. 2028 is going to be the year of the world, right? That's the final card in the 22 card major trump cards of the tarot journey. 2029 will be the year of the Fool, right? That's a 0 year as well. That'll be the beginnings, right? Maybe your catalyst that you're talking about, John Cena, is in 2029 as well. We can have a 2027 and 2029 catalyst. Year of Judgment is 2027. Year of the Fool, New Beginnings, is in 2029. And then the first year of the New Beginnings is the Year of the Magician. And the Magician is holding up his tools in that first card. What are going to be the tools? The tools of blockchain, the tools of distributed ledger technologies, the tools of cryptocurrencies. John Cena, dude, I am so sorry to do this, man, but for 2026 and beyond, right now, this year, we've been doing this for 9 years, man. So we're just trying to get momentum building for this channel, and I'm trying to quit one of my jobs. So any questions from any non-green giants? Any questions requires at least a 99-cent super chat or more. You can have, hell, Blue Foundation, you can answer his question for him if he doesn't want to do that, right? You can maybe have somebody in here answer it for you. But yeah, from here on, and it's easy to sign up to be a green giant. It's $1.99 for the smallest membership. So you get, $1.99 for a green giant. You can ask as many questions as you want from here on out, right? As long as you're a green giant. But for, anybody non-green giant, 99 cents per question. And I do love your question, my man. I'm not trying to, once again, guys, I'm not trying to scam anybody. I'm not trying to con anyone, right? I'm just trying to move forward here and trying to grow this channel because we're obviously shadow banned and we obviously don't have a lot of traction or a lot of viewership, right? And I do spend a lot of time researching and doing my stuff to make sure to make this, these streams entertaining. This is my second stream of the day. Right? This is the second hour of the day. I want to do this more often. I want to quit one of my jobs, right? So your support means the world. So for any questions that are outside of the green giants, right? Just requires a 99-cent or more, super chat, whatever you want to do. But I love your question, man. I do like the question that you're asking there, right? I got my own strategy for what we do for this when this speculative bull cycle comes over. I don't pay for online anything, but all good. Hey, man, I hear you, John Cena. I hear you, brother. It's just, at this point, we got to start, moving forward and, trying something different and just try to see how we go. And it's funny because now I notice not many people asking questions, which is, hilarious. Now they just want to watch as I talk and hopefully maybe I answer their question as it goes along. Right. But I do appreciate the question, John Cena. And hey, I totally understand your perspective as well. Fiat will still be there. Yeah, fiat's going to be stronger, man. It's going to be a gold-backed system. This is how the trust in our value layer is going to come back. It's going to be a gold-backed financial system, right? We're going to go back to gold in a cryptocurrency sort of way. It's going to be CBDCs backed by gold. This is why banks have been hoarding gold. Specifically, they started in record numbers in 2018, right? They were hoarding it before then too, but in record numbers, like accelerating their purchases in 2018, right? So we're going to be continuing to accumulate, precious metals. That's what I want to do during this bull cycle is instead of cashing out to fiat, I want to be cashing out into precious metals like gold, silver, copper, palladium, right? Others. Right. Hell, even some other commodities like uranium, right? Trying to just find something else other than fiat because fiat is going to die and then get revived by being gold-backed central bank digital currencies. And I don't know what that looks like. I don't want to cash out crypto, put it in a bank account, and then have this malware virus happen. And then I'm liquidated of all my fiat that I just got. And then we just get universal basic income from there or something. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be holding my gains inside of a bank, right? So I want to be holding it in precious metals. I do believe in the future of precious metals. Ultimately, I believe in the future of hard assets. And that's what I want to try to, if it isn't going to be like stable coins that earn me, tokens, right? There's going to be blue chips that I just hold on forever. Exactly, Quentin Miller. There's blue chips that I just hold on forever. But for some of the tradal portfolio stuff, I have a hodl portfolio and I have a tradal portfolio. For the tradal portfolio, it's fair game. I'm going to be cashing that out into either more blue chips, right? If the blue chips haven't started going already, and some precious metals, maybe some stable coins that earn me some passive, interest. While we wait for the next bear cycle to happen or something, right? Should post on Facebook to get out more. I got you, John Cena. I appreciate you, man. Well, see, this is another thing too. We want to be able to afford the monthly expense for StreamYard to do multicast for YouTube and X, right? And I do have a Twitter account, once again, G_DLT1. We've done this before, by the way. We have done this before where we have casted to YouTube and X, but then all of a sudden, StreamYard started upping their monthly fee and it just started not to be, profitable for us or, beneficial for us. So hopefully if we start making a profit through this and if we can, pay for the, the StreamYard monthly and not have it be too much of an expense on our part, then we could do multicasting and start multicasting to X and YouTube at the same time. I'll be his pan bitch. There we go. What's up, Quentin Miller? Good to see you, man. Earn yield. Exactly, Rich. That's what it's all about. It's about building up the yield, man. This is why we buy the deep reds, right? This is why we buy in the deep reds. We buy in the deep reds. So when it starts turning green, right, we can build up our positions in the deep reds, put them to staking, right? Put these digital assets to staking, having them work for us, building up staking rewards while it's still red market, still a bear market, right? Building up a ton of staking rewards. So when the bull cycle comes around and our staking rewards are there, we just have to cash out the staking rewards. We don't even have to cash out our blue chips, right? That's what we're doing with Rose, right? That's what we're doing with freaking, Dogstar, turning them into blue bricks and XLM and, the Cosmos ecosystem with Osmo token and Atom token, right? Just freaking cranking out passive income rewards, because when those things start to go to higher prices, we just have to cash out our staking rewards and then we still have our initial and our blue chips the way that they are, right? The way we want our bag to look like forever, right? TIBBIR right here. We're putting this thing to work on Peapod's finance, right? Yield on Zaman is coming. Dude, yes. Zahao is cranking out passive income for making our Zahao work for us, man. And I'm just building up the Zahao. I'm not going to cash out any Zahao right now. I think XAH is going to do some massive things in this bull cycle. People are sleeping big time, right, on Zahao. Filecoin place to stake. I think you could stake Filecoin on its native wallet. I think there are other places to stake Filecoin. I think maybe the Cosmos ecosystem even has some Filecoin options there, Rich. But once again, you got me, man. You got me on the question there. But any grays or blue wrenches that are, if you're asking a question, it requires a 99-cent donation at least in a super chat, or you can just do what OB did here. Shout out to you, OB. Welcome to the mini green giants, man. Appreciate you for being a mini G. He went up one step higher than the tiny G. Shout out to you, OB. I appreciate that support, my dude. Much love to you, brother. He said, you know what? Screw it, G. I'm not waiting for your blue wrench, man. I'm just going to turn green, right? Shout out to you, man. Guys, can we welcome OB back to the Green Giants? It looks like he was a Green Giant before. Maybe Bishop Thomas gifted him a Green Giant status one time before. He's got his little baby Green Giant out in the open right now. He's not an interledger egg. He's starting out already as a little toddler. Green Giant. You think gold will be 6,000 in 2 years and XRP will already be mooned? I think gold's going to go much higher, man. I think gold is going to go definitely above 10K by the 2030s, right? I think gold is going to go way, way higher. I think gold is just, I think we're in the era of gold now, for sure. Rich is like, all right, here you go, man. Here's the super chat for the question. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for the donation. If we can hit the like on Rich's donation there, man, I'm so grateful. But yeah, Filecoin places to stake, man, is the native wallet for Filecoin, or in the Kepler wallet. I think there's places to store Filecoin in Kepler in the Cosmos ecosystem and to do staking of that. I'll do more research on it, though. I want to give you more options on that for sure, man. So I'll look into it. Once again, that's what I do, too, with the donations. If you guys want me to look into something, right, just do a donation. I'll definitely write it down and I'll look into it. Somebody gave a donation for me to start checking out the show. I don't have a Netflix account, but I was able to get a little bit of taste of the first episode there of Startup. and seeing what they're doing with GenCoin. I don't really know how the show continues to go on, right? I don't think I might continue watching it, but it's going to be hard for me to come across, Netflix on the occasion. But whenever I can, I'll try to watch another episode of it. But so far, I was pretty intrigued with this whole idea that they're starting to have like these cryptocurrency drama shows. And the founder is this like girl who's like mining crypto, right? And she's using up her like boyfriend's apartment for electricity. He's like, dude, my electricity bill was $600. Like, no lay is worth it, right? So, yeah, appreciate you guys hitting the like on Rich there. But yeah, if you guys do a donation on a specific crypto or project that you guys want me to look into, or, hell, like what I'm going to do here with Rich is try to check out more Filecoin places to stake and build up Filecoin. I love that you brought up Filecoin, man. Filecoin is still one of my favorite, like, undervalued cryptos. I think Filecoin is the Bitcoin of the decentralized storage, space. This crypto is going to definitely draw some, speculation its way. And you're right, building up the staking position, getting that Filecoin building for us so we can cash out Filecoin rewards and not even have to touch our OG bag. Filecoin has a pretty low supply as well. Yeah, very excited to see where Filecoin's going to go. There's not many, just like we were talking about, there's not many that are tackling identity. There's not many that are tackling metaverse. There's not many that are tackling, we try to find cryptos that have a unique niche, right, of what they're able to provide. This is why we like the Decentralized Recovery Alliance. It lets us know cryptos that can provide decentralized recovery. There are cryptos outside of the Decentralized Recovery Alliance that can provide decentralized recovery. But, this is why we like to find cryptos that have it helps us hone in on what are quality deep reds to look for, right? Mo Zerps in the house. What's up, Mo Zerps? Appreciate you. Damn right. Chris has issues. Set me up last year. I got you, G. Let's go. Let's go, OB. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the support, my dude. Hey, man, ultimately, we're just trying to get into a studio and be able to show you guys, like, dude, I could have done this research for Rich right away, right? Where places to stake for Filecoin. I could have just done this for Rich right away on the stream, like no time wasted, right? I'm on the stream. I'm sharing a screen with you guys. We're looking at charts. We're looking at cryptos. We're looking at news. Rich asked that question with his donation, right? And then bam, I could just go right to it. Find the sources. Find the places for him to stake, right? Be able to share it. I don't have to do it through my phone. I could do it through a studio and a computer and a nice mic and, be able to share the screen. That's what we're ultimately trying to get back to, man. We've done that. We've done this for 9 years, guys. We've had a lot of faces to this channel, a lot of different phases. I was a TIBBIR avatar, right? If you guys remember the OG days, right? The way back in the day, I had a TIBBIR avatar streaming on these streams, right? It wasn't even my actual face. It was a TIBBIR freaking avatar. I would love to get back to that era, right? Where because, deep fakes and all the stuff with AI and hacks and glitches and data being given, right? Like this stuff is going to having an avatar is going to be more advantageous, in the future. I would love to get my TIBBIR avatar back and talking with you guys and, sharing the screen and doing all those good things, right? But, I appreciate that. I appreciate the support, OB. I appreciate the support, Rich. You guys rock. Thank you so much. But yeah, shout out to Chris Has Issue for sprinkling some green giant gifts when he was coming on. And we already got 20 likes on the stream. Holy cow. We're showing the early morning risers, right? We're showing the noon stream. Like, yo, you guys got to get on. You got to get on it, man. They already hit 20. It took me a whole stream to get to 20 likes. This one, we're not even halfway. We're not even halfway on the whole stream here, right? We may cut it off a little short, though, because of XRP Boardroom. I'm sure XRP Boardroom's about to start in like 1 minute, right? But we got a fun time here with the Blue Foundation, man. When we finish, right? But yeah, I'll write down Filecoin right there. Yeah, once again, with the donation and a specific crypto or, a question or anything like that, I'll definitely look into it. I'm going to look into Filecoin places to stake. Checked out a little bit of the show Startup. It doesn't have everything to do with crypto, but there was some interesting stuff where, yeah, these guys are taking a risk on crypto and it's looking to benefit for them, but they're kind of doing it for some illegal stuff, right? Showing, always enjoy the show, G. What's up, We the Bank? I appreciate that, man. But, so yeah, Startup, the show on Netflix, it's good to start, like, dude, Adam Brody, he's a big celebrity, right? This guy's on already some famous TV shows, obviously from the past. He's, was way big in the early 2000s, but this guy's part of the club, most likely. He's probably part of the club in some way, shape, or form. And this guy's already starting to put out subliminals. Netflix is starting to release subliminals out there about cryptocurrencies. And it's still like a kind of like, it's not like a very, updated version of crypto. It's still like, hey, Bitcoin's going to change the world. Mining is going to change the world. Doing mining, and stuff like that is going to be worth it, right? It's not very geared towards like, some very modern takes on crypto where it's like, hey, like what we talk about, like going towards eco-friendly society. I appreciate you sharing the link right there, Silver Days, for the XRP boardroom. We'll try to jump in on there as well. But hey, I love that they're releasing subliminals like that as well. Gencoin and Gematria, if you care any stuff about Gematria. I don't really care too much about Gematria. I care more about what's going on in the stars, right? And astrology and stuff like that. But in Gematria, it stands for Tron and Avalanche, two X cryptos that we're pretty freaking bullish on, man. We were bullish on Tron at 2 cents when nobody was. Now it's a 10x plus, and everybody thinks, it's, with the bear market, nobody's even still thinking about Tron, dude. Tron has not officially experienced a bear cycle. Tron has not been bearish whatsoever, right? If you were in on Tron with us at 2 cents, it has not been bearish whatsoever with Tron. Avalanche has been bearish. Avalanche has been hitting $12. Avalanche is probably close to 14 or 15 bucks by now with some of the little recent momentum we've been having. I'm very excited to see what Avalanche AVAX is going to be doing, right? Let's see what else. Yeah, but, thanks for the shout out on startup. I just wish that there was like, I don't know if you guys remember that show Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley was a great example of little foreshadowing of what's to come with some startups creating their own coins, right? They created the Pied Piper coin that was actually starting to occur some value, right? Talking about, Bitcoin in the show, way ahead of their time. Dude, if you bought Bitcoin during the time that show was out, you probably made some really good gains off Bitcoin, right? So it's just funny that they were given those subliminals back then. And then there's other shows, right, that have given Bitcoin subliminals, and they've said, in those shows themselves, best buy I've ever done. Thank you for changing my life. Stuff like that. Really interesting subliminals for Bitcoin. Hey, I'm not the biggest believer in it, but, in the short term, it's definitely going to be making gains. In the year of the sun, it's the orange crypto, it's going to be doing some things, man. We may see Bitcoin go to 500,000, man, and it's going to be freaking ridiculous, right? And I just can't wait to see what the alts are doing if Bitcoin goes to 500,000, right? What's up, Bloopity Bloop in the house? Good to see you, my man. Yeah, shout out to Chris Has Issues. Salute to him. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. So yeah, I do look into the stuff that you guys, if you guys donate and tell me to look into it, I do look into it, and I'll definitely give an opinion on it. If I get a Netflix account in the future, I'll try to watch more of that startup show. But I do like that there's a drama out there that's educating people on, benefits of crypto. Right? A lot of people are talking, in that show still initially, at least in the first episode, they do talk about it as if it's like, it's anti-bank, it's anti-government, it's anti-this, right? It's still a perfect hedge against governments and banks and stuff like that, and talking about, hey, what happened to the studios, right? They're getting destroyed by, the streaming companies. They're not getting destroyed, right? Like, yes, streaming, Netflix acquired Warner Brothers, right? You could say that they're getting destroyed, but they still use Warner Brothers. They still use Warner Brothers as lots, right? Their stages. They still shoot at Warner Brothers. It's just now Netflix has acquired them, right? What's going to happen? Maybe some of these neobanks start having major partnerships with Bank of America, with Citibank, with Chase, right? And banks are just kind of a whole different game. You can't really compare, like, music industry or, entertainment industry with banks, right? That's just my opinion. I guess whatever you guys think, let me know, right? But I think the banks will get stronger. They're going to definitely have a collapse, right, of some sort. The traditional way of banking will collapse, right? But the rise of neobanks and the revival of when CBDCs come along and we start doing a gold-backed form of fiat, What did NTT data say? Banks have to be definitive keeper, right? They have to be, the cybersecurity is going to be a point of emphasis for them, right? So banks are going to be coming back, right? I know a lot of people are like, no, we the bank, we are the bank, right? We're going to be our own bank, right? And I get that, right? Hell, there's we the bank right there, right? We're going to own our value, but you still need the regulations. You still need the gatekeepers, right? Or the regulators around it. They won't be your intermediaries, right? But hell, 90% of people still transact with fiat at the end of the day, right? It's going to be interesting to see how this all goes down, but I just don't think banks go away. Brad Garlinghouse said it. Banks aren't going away, right? They'll be replaced in some cryptocurrency sort of way, but they're not going away, right? Bloopity bloop in the house. We the bank, right? I mean, there's people who just want utter anarchy, right? They want the anti-bank, anti-government approach. I think it's going to be more bank, more government. It's just going to be under a different disguise. It's going to be something that we demand. We're going to demand the transparency. We're going to demand the cybersecurity. We're going to demand the digital identity, right? We're going to demand those solutions because the problems that are going to be coming, things like, fraud, right? Increase in fraud, increase in deep fakes, AI kind of, illegal AI activity going on. People are going to be putting a big emphasis on, decentralized identity, big emphasis on cybersecurity. Dude, cybersecurity is one of the safest freaking job avenues to go for right now, for sure. If you guys have any kids, right? Is SoFi considered a new dang, Rich, we know the deal right now, right? We know the deal. You're asking good questions though, my man. You're asking good questions. You're definitely asking good questions. I appreciate you. Man. You might as well just become a green giant, dude. You just sent me a $2 donation for $1.99. You can be a tiny green giant, right? That's the minimum threshold right there. And you can ask as many questions as you want. And you're asking awesome questions, man. So might as well just become a green giant, dude. If you're going to be coming back to the show at any point throughout the year, you're going to get more bang for your buck if you just become a green giant, my dude. Everyone make sure to hit the likes. I appreciate that, Quentin Miller. Much love to you. Guys, we got Blue Roses still at a penny, right? This is a privacy-focused crypto, right? Neobank, surprisingly, you know who's been setting up for the neobank future? The big star. Their Encore technology. If you type down in your search browser, Proxima X, Encore technology, you're going to be blown away. You're going to see ISO 20022 compatibility, Swift compatibility. You're going to see neobanking preparedness, right? It's suited for neobanks. Like this stuff was already looking so far ahead in 2018, right? 2019, 2020, right? Already considering that neobanks were going to be taking up things like Chime, right? Gee, can I ask a question? It's really bugging me. Yeah, let's go, AM Wood. Of course you can ask. You already asked 2 questions, man. In that question, you have 2 question marks in there, AM Wood. Of course, you're a green giant, dude. You can always ask a question. Dang it. I forgot to check out the Block V website for the rebrand, man. I got to do that. I got to write that down. Block V rebrand. Got to check that out. Got to know what our position is on that. Isn't it funny, though, initially when you hear the rebrand, though, you kind of get turned off by it, right? AM Wood, I wonder if this is a part of their mind game strategies now, because they know when people hear rebrand, it's almost like they want to jump ship on the project. They're like, well, if they can just change the tokens and just change this and change that, then I don't want any of it, right? I don't want any of it. When are they just going to stick to it? What stops them from changing it again in the future, right? What if another 5 years go by and then Block V just changes it up again in the future? Right? This is why you got to, and once again, they're focused on a different use case, right? Yes. Dude, he has amazing videos on Block V. Shout out to Crypto Canvas, by the way. Cheers to him for getting us on the Block V, right? Shout out to him for, educating us on Block V and the future of smart objects, smart NFTs, right? Dude, hey, man, get ready to just keep hearing smart everywhere, right? We already heard about smart Legos and their smart play platform. We're hearing about smart rings, right? We got smart water. We got smart air or smart dry for air dryers. Freaking crazy. I bought SHX and Corium on Uphold. I can't withdraw either. Any idea why? It's we can't process this right now. Try later. And the days go by. WTF. Yeah, hey man, that's why I'm not a big fan of Uphold to begin with, AM Wood, man, because Uphold is just super strict on like things that you could do on there. Right? I don't like that you can't do things on the time that you want to do them. Right? Uphold needs to upgrade that big time, man. Yeah, it's really starting to bum me out. I get you, dude. Hey, man, I've told you guys about this in the past, man. This is why I've always been like, and I'm not saying Uphold is not going to be successful. Uphold will most likely be pretty successful because it's so strict, so compliance driven, so, so like, what's it called? Yeah, they just have really, really strict parameters of what they do, and it gets annoying as a normal user. It makes you want to just go to Phantom Wallet or to Lobster Wallet or to Kepler Wallet, the things that don't stop you from doing what you want to do, from withdrawing, from sending, from receiving. This is why centralized exchanges or centralized platforms suck, right? Decentralized is the future. No interference, no intermediary stopping you from you doing what you want to do. And Uphold, unfortunately, is part of that. But Uphold is trying to become a neobank, right? Coinbase is trying to become a neobank, right? They're trying to be the everything apps, right? Coinbase is now implementing, from what I hear, the social media aspect to it. I mean, good luck to them, man. I think Coinbase would have really just been better off if doing just and who knows, in the Coinbase is going to probably do great because it's a first mover, right, with whatever they're doing. But I think they're trying to bite off more than like they're just like really getting full of themselves and trying to like just expand and it makes it confusing, man. Sometimes you just want a simple thing where it's like, I go here, I buy crypto, I buy my asset, and then we move on. Happy Mars Day to you. She is Moon Feather. Happy Three Kings Day. We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts we gathered so far. Right? Shout out to you, She is Moon Feathered. Three Kings Day, Mardi Gras Day, the beginning of Mardi Gras. Right, guys? Thanks for hitting the like on the way in. If you guys are just jumping on in, I appreciate it. I even choose which network to withdraw SHX, and it still fails at the last step. I know, AM Wood. It gets freaking frustrating, man. It makes you just want to convert the SHX into XLM, withdraw the XLM to your Lobster wallet, and then swap it for the SHX there. Right? Yeah, I'm not too, dude. They need to improve the user experience big time. Right? I'm not losing hope with Uphold because Ripple is heavily invested in Uphold. Greg Kidd is heavily invested in Uphold. So there's going to be something with Uphold where it starts benefiting, having it or using it or, at least drawing users. But for me, I'm just like, I can do things outside of Uphold. The thing I like with Uphold, though, is that I can acquire some things that I can't get on Coinbase right away. I can jump in, get some XDC right away on Uphold, right? I don't even have to think about it. That's what I'm going to do, G, right? Yeah, and what's it called? I can get XNO, I can get Nano on Uphold. So I like that I can get some assets that I can't normally get on Coinbase on Uphold, but what's the thing? Trouble withdrawing it, right? Like AM Wood is having here, right? Even though you're able to get that niche asset, are you able to withdraw it, right? Are you able to withdraw it to your ledger, to your Decent, to your EliPal, whatever your preference of, cold storage, right? This needs to happen. We can't have Uphold just saying, hey, we're having complications, or hey, we can't allow this at this time, or blah, blah, blah. You don't want that as a user. That's not a fun experience. That makes the experience, like what AM Wood is going through here. It makes him bummed out. Michael Parks in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Another green giant waving hello. Good to see you. Always good times and good vibes here, you guys. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, deep reds still would be had. Guys, the big star is 0002. I don't know if anybody knows this, man, but the only full stack project that is out there is that 0002, man. Talk about the mind games, right? You can't withdraw Nano at all from Uphold. There you go, AM Wood, right? You can't withdraw it. right? So it makes you have to convert your nano into something else and then withdraw that and then try to find somewhere else that you can get nano on, right? This is freaking annoying, dude. It's annoying that they do that. Uphold should have a better user experience and they should listen to their customers. Right? I know people are starting to like talking about some XPX now more, right? The Blue Foundation and Green Giants are starting to like it just because it's such a low cap and triple zeros, right? Coffee money gets us thousands of these. We don't have to think about it ever again. We just wait till we can actually stake the damn thing, make it work for us, and build up some more of those X's, right? Once again, it's high risk as hell. This thing could be dead tomorrow, right? When you're that low cap, right, and that quiet of a project, they can announce at any freaking random day a major change or that they're dead, right? But hey, we're able to get thousands of these for coffee money. The risk is baked into the price. This is why we love the deep reds, right? We're very excited to see where this one's going to go. Naoris, man, the Naoris has been one that I've been catching on to. Post-quantum resistant crypto, heavy on the cybersecurity aspect. Proof of security is literally their point of consensus, right? And using devices and smart devices, machine-to-machine conversation to constantly enhance the strength of the security of that blockchain. It's fantastic. XEN did a nice 65% pump. Yeah, hopefully nobody's chasing that pump though. Hopefully everybody was accumulating some XEN the BlackRock coin at a lower percentage, right? I bet there's some people right now chasing XEN. I bet there's some people. CTD, what's up? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you jumping in again. I'm still waiting for GBEX, WTK, and NLT to bounce. Oh my gosh, Bob Franklin. Oh my gosh, man. That's a brutal 3, dude. That's pretty hilarious that you brought those up, man. Yeah, I've got enough XPX for now. Exactly, dude. Sometimes you just got to be happy with the bag that you have, even if these cryptos are super low in value, right? You just never know what can happen with them, man. You don't want to always think it's a sure thing or guaranteed, right? It's just bad practice, and then you end up over investing at that point, and then you grow gray hairs from the price movements, right? You don't want to have that type of situation, right? So XPX, it's a fun play, but it's in the deep reds right now. So we're going to stay true to the deep reds. Aqua is our other 000 gem in the deep reds. Aqua token is at 0005. Right? Aqua token's looking fantastic in the 0005 ranges, man. The Aqua must flow, and accumulating anything in that XLM ecosystem while it's still low sentiment overall. XLM's not really drawing too, the funny thing is the sentiment on XLM's low, but the price is still pretty high from where it used to be. I know people here who remember XLM at 2 cents, XLM at 6 cents, right? Hell, sure, XLM at 12 cents, but XLM at 2 cents and 6 cents, it was there forever. And now it's at hanging around the 20 cent range, pretty well. Right? So I'm excited to see where the XLM ecosystem is going to go. It's always been the GBEX. Yeah, GBEX is going to be tough. NLT, dude, I'm not going to sell my NLT, but I'm just giving up hope because where's my other NLT? Where's the NLT I put to stake for fun tokens? Right? Where's the team taking accountability for that? Right? There's nowhere you can go to get your freaking NLT tokens back or to unstake them. Right? So NLT, I'm convinced is just truly dead. I am not throwing any more at NLT. So sad, man. But we had a high, man. We had a good time finding that crypto in the earliest days when it was sub 100 accounts on NLT, right? And we were able to ride that high to double zeros, right? It went up to the 00 ranges for NLT, man. It was a fantastic ride. And, for those who weren't able to take profits, hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? That's the nature of crypto. XLM $15 when the market cap is 100 trillion. Dude, Melanie, we are, crypto, it is a deflationary crypto, right? And it deflates based on its utility. So XLM, we understand, yes, it has to be, in order for it to be even $15, it's got to be at 100 trillion market cap. That's not necessarily always the case because the supply deflates as well. So yeah, maybe it's 90 trillion. I don't want to fight too much on that, but I think sometimes the price and the market cap dynamic sometimes doesn't really apply. For when we go into the utility era, I'm interested to see what the prices of some of these very high supplied cryptos will be. Because, dude, yeah, is it going to be 100 trillion just for XLM to be 15 bucks? Right? That just sounds freaking whack. Like, I think XLM could be $15 and it's less than 100 trillion in market cap. Right? But we just have to see how that'll work out. The total market cap at 100. The overall. I see what you're saying. Melanie. You're talking about crypto in general. You're not talking about just only XLM. Yeah, because I was like, wait, I would think it would be higher if it was 100 trillion market cap, right? The price of XLM would probably be much higher. Velo is going to make all the pain go away. I'm excited for Velo as well, man. That XLM ecosystem, I mean, we got Blue Saturn right here. This stands for Stellar and Naoris, man. Naoris have that Saturn symbolism going for it, right? Naoris. Dude, this is one of the new gems we've been talking about. No other channel is talking about Naoris. I guarantee that. Right? And it's at 3 cents, 4 billion supply, negative 50% down. New kid on the block. So we just chip away, getting whole numbers of this crypto. But this crypto is cybersecurity infrastructure for all of Web3. One of the only, if not the only one, that is using the type of tech that it has. AI swarm technology. Very interesting consensus, right? Proof of security, right? I'm very excited to see. And dude, having it referenced in SEC documents. Naoris is being slept on here, man. Let me show that little document that we found. Hopefully we can read. Unfortunately, it's not small enough, but hopefully we can read a little bit of it. Right? Let me see if I can see these photos on my own. Nah, it wouldn't be worth it. All right, but anyways, we can read some of it here. Independent research cited Naoris as a reference model for quantum safe infrastructure and documents submitted by the SEC, highlighting its potential for regulatory frameworks, right? Naoris protocol is a decentralized cybersecurity layer powered by blockchain, post-quantum cryptography, and AI, right? Dude, this is going to be a standard to be quantum safe, right? To be post-quantum cryptography. That's going to be a standard for a lot of cryptos in this future, right? Especially as we get closer. We're only 10 to 20 years away from quantum computers. You want crypto to be for this, especially if you want this to be the currency for the next 20 freaking years or so or plus, right? The new era of currency. It's got to be ready to be post-quantum resistant. AI aligned to secure the future, give me a sec. The future digital, both current and quantum computing threats. Its Naoris token is a decentralized trust mesh, right? Security validation across all devices. What chain is Naoris on? It's its own chain. Naoris. Naoris is Naoris. You can get it through Uniswap. Right? I got mine through Uniswap, right? Through the Ethereum address, swapping for Naoris. I think you can get Naoris through Binance as well, through the Binance address. So, Crypto Newbie. Unfortunately, I'm not answering questions from Grays without a donation. So, at least a 99-cent donation for any questions. This one's a difficult question for me to answer, though, so it might not be worth the donation for you, my man. But, I think I do have some opinions on it. But, yeah, for any questions that are non-green giants, it's just a 99-cent donation of Super Chat. You can also just sign up to be a green giant for $1.99. Ask as many questions as you like, my dude. It's just the new way for 2026. We've been doing this for 9 years for basically free, right? So, seen it on Coinbase. You've seen Naoris on Coinbase? No way. That can't be the right coin. That can't be the right Naoris. We the Bank. Naoris. Is that the correct one? And you're able to buy it? We the Bank? I'd be interested if you can buy it straight from Coinbase, man. I did it through Uniswap, dude. If we can buy it straight through Coinbase, I'd do that proudly, right? I want to check out the insights that Coinbase has on Naoris. I'm excited, dude. I kind of wear my emotions on my sleeve. Sometimes I get carried away with some of these projects and, it's hard. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from Naoris. They have NIST aligned cryptography, which is big, right? It's very important. That's one of the major filters, is especially if you're going to be tackling enterprises, regulators, governments, banks, right? You got to have NIST, National Institute Standards of Technology, aligned cryptography, and NAORIS definitely has that. We also have NIM at 3 cents, decentralized VPN, privacy-focused VPN, that has a partnership with the XX Network, the best privacy crypto that is out there. XX Network at a penny, negative 68% down, 1 billion supply. We got XPX at triple zeros, man. XPX, the only full stack digital asset, right, that provides not only decentralized data, but decentralized compute, decentralized identity, right, as well. And storage, decentralized storage, man. You got a full stack experience here with XPX at 0002s. They've done a very good job of keeping people asleep to this one. It won a CBDC tech sprint in 2022. Ever since then, it's been in stealth. It's been quiet. NDAs were signed. It's been going through its NDA journey. I'm excited to see if any of those NDAs break in 2026 or in 2027. I'm excited to see what announcements we get from this, from the team, the Sirius Chain team. We got a release of a new wallet, right, near the end of 2025 here in August. That was fantastic to see. We got the release of their storage mainnet in early 2025 in April, right? So great to see that they're still developing, that they're still building stuff, that they're still releasing things. That's very good to see. And remember, they're heavily focused on enterprise utility. They are not here to get X followers, right? Could NDAs break after Clarity Act? Ooh, dang, Melanie. I would love to answer that question, man, but you're a gray. You're a gray, Melanie. I would love to. That's an amazing question. I would love to answer that one. Once again, it's just $1.99 to become a tiny green giant at the base, right? You almost got me there, Melanie. It was that good of a question that I was right away excited to answer for it. So 99-cent base donation for any questions from Grace. Or, if you guys want to just sign up to be a member for $1.99 is the smallest level of membership, and you can answer or ask as many questions as you want. Once again, guys, I'm only doing this so we can start to move into a studio to do this more often, right? I want to do this as my main thing. I work multiple jobs out here. I've been living a pretty hard life. I'm not going to say it's the hardest. We got a job that helps us eke by in paying rent every month, right? And helps me accumulate deep reds here and there with coffee money, right? But I would like to get to that next level, man. I want to get to the level that I see a lot of other, YouTubers at, where they have, dude, they don't even spend as much, I think a lot of YouTubers, sometimes they're just talking about their own life and people want to see them for that. I'm here like freaking talking about every crypto under the sun, or at least the ones that we think are the most relevant. Our community here thinks are the most relevant. I'm sharing freaking, insights on some of the latest tech news, right? Talking about gains that we have made, right? This is stuff that people usually have to sign up for Patreons, right? To get this type of information, right? And we've been doing this for 9 freaking years. We've had a nice little studio. We've had a computer. We've had a mic, right? But unfortunately, that stuff broke down on us. That stuff couldn't be maintained because we weren't making enough, man. I thought she said NBA because the Cleveland and Pacer game got me on the edge, LOL. There we go, she is Moonfeather. By the way, rest in peace to the predictions tab on EMBER. I think people were gaming it too much. I think, hey, we might have been part of the problem ourselves here. But they stopped right away. They stopped right away with that predictions tab. Now you can just start earning Bitcoin. But hey, at least we still have some way of earning passive Satoshis. And I'm grateful to anybody who signs up to EMBER app using our referral code in the description there. Been a single stay-at-home mom. Try to live off my crypto profits, but 2025 was weird. Going back to work time soon. Exactly, Melanie. It's tough. And, I in the early parts of the 2020s, in 2021 in particular, I had a major car accident that I had no car for a whole year and a half. I was using scooters and buses to get around to my work, and totally cool with it, because I was accumulating deep reds, saving money on gas and all that type of stuff, right? Luckily, we've gotten a car again. Luckily, that case finally resolved. Luckily, we were able to get the insurance money and do our thing. But yeah, man, it's like, it's it's a lot of hard work, and I do believe hard work pays off, and I believe that, you know, us doing what we do here is going to pay off big time in the end. And, you know, just keeping the faith and keep trying, you know, and I appreciate everybody. But guys, that's the hour here. W is still a good deep red at around 3 cents or 4 cents, 10 billion supply, interoperability layer play right there. Rose at a penny, 10 billion supply, negative 86% down, privacy focus layer right there. XPX, the big star, man, full stack crypto, CBDC tech sprint winner of 2022 at 0002s right now. XX network at a penny, NYM at 3 cents, Naoris at 3 cents. You got, what are that we have right here? Yeah, you got, I mean, you got Morgan Stanley with the BTC ETF, Solana Trust. You got Smart Play platform from Lego, Smart Breaks, Smart Tags, Smart Things, right? Smart Figurines, AMD, AI PC processors for fast content creation because they want everybody to be a content creator. You got Vachi AI Smart Rings, right? Where they can record, you know, the meetings, right? That people have and transcribe them straight to your phone or PC. We got Osmo still at 5 cents. The Osmo is the premier DEX in the Cosmos ecosystem. We've been talking about, you know, being able to take advantage of the Cosmos ecosystem while it's been deep reds across the board, because once these things start making gains, they make gains pretty fast, man. AKT was 32 cents. Now it's at 44 cents, right? Akash Network, man. Sand, we like the blue sand at 12 cents. EGLD at $6.44. Rose at a penny. IOTX at 008. SARA token, SARA, the Pulsara token connected with Sologenic and Corium at 002. Corium at 5 cents. Right? MDT, measurable data token at a penny. VeChain at a penny. Dragon Chain at a penny. DAG at a penny. XX Network at a penny. We got penny cryptos galore. And then, of course, Aqua at 0005, man. The Aqua must flow. Amazing times. And, of course, we got TIBBIR still at around 20 cents in stealth, right? Very excited to see what 2026 is going to do for these cryptos and beyond. But guys, I'll see you in the XRP boardroom once again in the description below. If you guys want to donate any coffee money to any of the addresses that are listed below, we got XPX addresses, we got USDC addresses, we got Ethereum addresses, we got our Coinbase ID there as well. Naoris is on Coinbase, but like TIBBIR is pushing you to a DEX and needs a new payment method. Okay, right on, man. I love being able to get some Naoris though. I love being able to get some Naoris, man. That's fantastic, dude. I can't wait. Can't wait to purchase more Naoris. Maybe tomorrow's coffee goes towards some Naoris. I'm trying to push to get 1,000 Naoris at least out of that 4 billion and just never think about it again. But I love being able to take advantage of a crypto that I think can get some good sentiment towards its way when cybersecurity starts to really matter and post-quantum computing cryptos start to become a thing. But guys, appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys in the boardroom. Always grateful. Thank you, Blue Foundation. Thank you, Green Giants. And thank you, Deep Red Alliance, for the second stream today, showing support. If we can get 30 likes at the end of the stream, that would be amazing. I am so grateful. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. We got the golden eyes, and we keep it crypto. I'm going to keep trying if you guys keep trying. And I'll see you in the Blue Castle. Much love. Adios.